Okay, hi guys. So this video is about what happened today. So we're driving, my husband got off work, we're gonna go get something to eat. So as we always do, go in the van and drive to wherever we want to drive to. Well, we get about 1 mile or 2 away from our house, literally just down the street, and the van starts to smoke. I start smelling something. I'm like, the car is smoking. My husband's like, no, it's not. I'm like, yes, it is. Something's burning. Pull the hell over. And he really didn't think nothing was. I'm like, pull over, seriously. And then he starts to smell it. So he pulls over. And then there's smoke. And he opened it coming out of our power steering pump. And I need to update guys on our power steering pump. Or our power steering went out in December of last year, 2010. And we bought a new power steering pump thinking that was a problem. Because we don't usually take our car into the shop. It just costs too much. And we're usually pretty good at guessing what's wrong with the car. And it was leaking, the power steering pump, so we figured it just blew out, just whatever. Well, yeah, we replaced it. Power steering still didn't work. So, and it took a long time to get the power steering pump out of our car, out of our van. So that really sucked. And everything to do with the power steering, like the power steering gearbox, all of that stuff is super complicated to get out of our van. A lot of labor involved. Well, anyways, make a long story short, we were stuck on the side of the road. And then all of a sudden our battery, because we turned the car off, obviously, when it started smoking, and then when we tried to turn it back on a few minutes later, after the smoke calmed down, our car wouldn't start at all. It was like the battery's totally dead. So we couldn't even start it up. So we called a tow truck. I couldn't get a hold of nobody. I didn't try to get a hold of my mom or nothing because last time when our tire blew out, like a week and a half ago, she didn't care. So I totally did not call her, but I did text one of my good friends, and she took over an hour to get back to me because I needed a number to a tow truck since I was just having my cell phone on me, and we don't got 4-in-1 on our phone. So, but I went online and I found a number of a tow truck company. They're like way down south from us. They were going to charge us $86. So I freaking fudge it. Like, whatever. Sure. All we had was $100 on us. $250s, to be exact. We had to get my husband's check cash, which we were going to do tonight. And that all went to hell. So the truck driver said that he'll only have room for 2 people. We're a family of 5. So that would have really sucked. We would have to, my husband would have to get his little work car and pick us up. So we would have been stranded literally on the street waiting for my husband to come back with the other car, which his other car is not tagged, but he does take it to work. But yeah, it's a little Ford Escort. It's only it only has 4 people. It only has 4 seatbelts. But it does fit 5, but it only has 4 seatbelts. So yeah, and then the tow truck driver said he had no change, so we'd have to go get him change. I don't know how we'd do that, since you usually have to pay him when he drops off the car, so I'm not going to give him $100 and trust him to give us change, because that's what he wanted to do. So yeah, but we said yes to it, because there's no other way. But in the meanwhile, because he said it would take him 35 minutes to get there, so my husband started to push the van back, because it was on a street where there was a middle divider, so we wouldn't, it was a very busy street, so we wouldn't have been able to, you couldn't have been able to push it, we were on in the bicycle lane, technically, like the side of the street. So, yeah, so he couldn't, push the car in the middle of the road because then people would run him over. So he just went in front of the car and pushed it back. And that's where our house is anyways, back, going backwards. It obviously would have been, it's about 1.5 miles away or about 2 miles away. So not that, I don't know if it's a mile away. I say about 1 mile. Yeah, so he was literally gonna try to push the car backwards home, But then somebody, and then I obviously had to steer it with no power steering or nothing. So yeah, so someone saw us, and they're like, do you need us to help you push your vehicle up the hill here by the school to try to get us in the parking lot there? But my husband says, no, I'm trying to push it home. And then the guy's like, well, I can try to help you. And his wife's like, well, you should get the Blazer and stuff. They're like, yeah. Like, give us 10 minutes. I'll get my other vehicle, and I'll get my Blazer, and I'll tow you guys home. I guess he had a tow thing with him. Or he had some kind of, thing he could tow us. He could tow us with. Which we actually have one, too, because a few years ago, we had a little white car, and our tranny went out, and my husband's dad was in town, so he bought us a thing to tow us with, from the back of his car and the front of his car. So, so the guy came back. We thought he wasn't going to come back because it took him about 15 minutes. So, my husband started pushing the car backwards again. But right when he starts to push the car, it's always when you're about to do something, something comes through. We see the guy, so we're like, oh, thank goodness. But the guy comes up saying that he don't got, his buddy has his towing, I don't know what it's called. What is it? A towing rope or something? It looks like a rope, but it's long and thick. I don't know. He's long and thick. Yeah, you guys know what that is, right? So yeah. So he said he didn't have one, but then my husband had these other kind of towing latchet things, but it wasn't as big. But my husband had the big ones at home, so the guy offered to drive my husband home to go get it. A really nice guy. Thank God for people like that. I mean, he really went out of his way to help us. So I stayed in the car with the kids. He went home and he got the towing thing. So it worked. He came back and the guy hooked it onto our car and everything. And he towed us home like that. And he saved us $86 and a whole lot of trouble because who knows if the tow truck guy would have gave us our money back, our change, and I would have to stay outside, not in the safest place with the kids. Very busy street, but very private street. It's really weird. So yeah, it was he was God sent to us, and he knew a lot about cars, and he told us if we need anything, he wants us to get in touch with him tomorrow and help us fix the car. He actually has a friend that will charge us $50 an hour, which is really good, and he owns an auto shop. So right now we're not unless the guy can do it within 3 hours, we're not in the financial situation. But he says if we buy the parts, the guy will do it for cheap labor like that. But the problem is, we're not 100% sure what's going on with our van. Because why would our battery die like that, out of nowhere? And that was just weird. Like the guy said, it could be total coincidence. But the guy's pretty sure that our steering pump is out. Because he thinks it just totally went out of fluids, which we have not put fluids in since the time we bought it in December because it kept leaking. And everyone told us we can just, drive the van without power steering, which we have been doing for 6 months. That wasn't a problem until today, until we smelt that burning thing. And I guess smoke was coming out of our power steering pump. But then the weird thing was our battery. It just sounds dead, so I don't understand. So tomorrow, the guy gave us a good tip too. He looked at our battery. He said it was from Walmart. And he says, all you have to do is bring the battery in, and if it's not good, Walmart will test it, and if it's not good, Walmart will have to give us a new one. So hopefully that's true, because we'll get a new battery. And then also our power steering pump has a warranty, I believe, on it. I'm pretty sure. So all we have to do is take it out, but that took my husband so long to take the power steering pump out. It took him all night. Literally, I would like to say 7 hours to take that out because the car is a pain to get to. Everything's just so cramped in. So yeah, but hopefully we can get everything for free. And he's thinking that should be our problem. If we get a new battery and a new power steering pump, then we should be good. But we do need a rack pinion. He's pretty sure that we need a rack pinion, which that might be the cause of our power steering. We thought we were going to place a whole power steering gearbox, which that's probably what we'll have to get done at a shop. He says he has all the tools that my husband can use. but he don't suggest us doing it at home because it's a pain. But we definitely need that fixed for sure. The steering gearbox, and we know a place where we can get one for $75. So I'm hoping that it really won't cost us a lot of money. I'm really hoping. Right now, the only car we have is the car that's not tagged. So we have to get that taken care of, but that's going to be an arm and a leg, I'm pretty sure, to get that tagged, because there's a couple problems on it. So yeah, just pray for the best for my van, because that's like the only transportation that we have. The guy was super sweet, and he told us that he can give us a ride up to AutoZone or whatever we need, even to Pick and Pull, if we need to get parts or whatever we need. And so he's very, 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 very nice guy. And I told my husband, like he says, you gained a friend for life now. It's just so sweet. And he saw that our lawn is overgrown. Our grass is pretty high up because we don't own a lawnmower. We still have to buy one. And we're going to do that. But now everything's going on. And he says that he has a 15 or 16-year-old son. And all we have to do is feed him dinner, and he'll mow our lawn for free. So it's just so funny. We're like, well, if you just let us borrow your lawnmower, that's no problem. Your son don't have to mow it for us. Well, we were planning on getting a lawnmower with this check, but we still have to cash it. So, yeah. But, you know, like I told my husband, maybe this had happened to our van for us to meet this person. You know, life is weird. You know, things happen for a reason. And this guy seems really nice. His wife seems really nice, and his son seems really nice. So, who knows if it just took this to happen to our van for us to meet him. Who knows, you know? So, yeah. You just have to be grateful for people out there that are willing to bend over backwards to help you out, you know? Like, you really have to be grateful for people like that. He went more out of his way than my family would do for me or my friend. So very, very, very thankful. And he did not ask for a dime. We obviously offered him money if he wanted anything, and he refused. So, and he is a computer genius. But I don't want to, like, say, hey, do you know how to fix my computer? I don't want to be rude, you know? So, but if we turn into friends with this person, this guy, obviously I hope so, then I will try to get some advice from him. I'm not going to ask him for a freebie. Hey, can you fix my computer for free? I'm not that kind of person, but hopefully he can give me some advice, because I'd love to get my old computer working again. That would save me so much hell from this computer and money. So even if I had to pay him like $100, you know, to fix it. So yeah. Anyways, this is our baby gate, or not baby gate, our baby bed rail that we bought Savannah butt. Turn my lamp on. So it's pretty nice. Yep. Little butt munchkins over there somewhere. Anyways. So yeah, I thought I would just tell you guys that little story, because I thought that was super sweet of him, and it just really makes your day when people go out of their way to help you. So yeah, I'm definitely grateful. I don't like taking people for granted, and I feel bad when you take no money. But, you know, some people are just like that, and they're naturally giving, you know? Like me, I'm a very giving person as well. I have went out of my way for people, so maybe it's just good karma coming back, who knows? But yeah, you know, we don't have a lot of friends here, and the friends that we do have are not so great. So hopefully we made a cool friend out of this. Yeah, definitely. And I hope there's someday we can help him out as well, you know, because I want to return the favor. I don't want it to be a one-way friendship where he's just helping us and he never, you know, like, I want to give back sometime. So yeah, so that's it for this update. I didn't want to make another update, so if you want to watch that, go ahead. So yeah, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.